Imagine being arrested simply for expressing your support for a cause you believe in. This is the harsh reality that 890 people faced at a recent rally in London, where they gathered to protest the ban on Palestine Action. But here's where it gets controversial. The Metropolitan Police claim that the protest turned violent, with 17 people arrested for assaulting police officers, while the event organizers insist that the protesters were peacefully defying the ban and accuse the police of making false claims. As we delve into the details of this incident, it's essential to understand the context behind the ban and the implications it has on freedom of speech. The government's decision to proscribe Palestine Action under anti-terrorism legislation in July has sparked a heated debate, with many arguing that it's an attack on the right to free speech. The group was banned after activists broke into an RAF base and damaged 2 military aircraft earlier this year. But the question remains, is banning a group that advocates for a cause really the solution? The protest in Parliament Square, Westminster, saw an estimated 1,500 people gather, with hundreds writing messages in support of Palestine Action on placards. However, the police began arresting people shortly after, with the majority of the arrests being for supporting a proscribed group under the Terrorism Act. The event organizers, Defend Our Juries, claim that the police violently assaulted peaceful protesters, including the elderly, in an attempt to arrest over 1,000 people for holding cardboard signs. This raises an important question. Are the police using excessive force to silence protesters, or are they simply doing their job to maintain order? The Met's Deputy Assistant Commissioner Claire Smart stated that the violence encountered during the operation was coordinated and carried out by a group of people intent on creating disorder. However, this account is in stark contrast to the event organizers' claims, leaving us wondering what really happened. As the controversy surrounding the ban and the protest continues to unfold, it's crucial to consider the implications of such actions on our freedom of speech and assembly. The Home Office has been given permission to challenge a ruling that allowed Palestine Action to appeal against its ban, and the group's co-founder, Huda Amori, has been granted permission to appeal, arguing that the ban breaches the right to free speech. Former Home Secretary Yvette Cooper has defended the proscription, stating that some supporters of Palestine Action don't know the full nature of the group. But is this really a valid reason to ban a group, or is it just a way to silence dissenting voices? Defense Secretary John Healey expects the current Home Secretary to be just as tough on Palestine Action supporters. But is this the right approach? Shouldn't we be encouraging open dialogue and debate, rather than silencing those who disagree with us? As we move forward, it's essential to ask ourselves, what does this mean for the future of protests and free speech in our country? Will we see more arrests and bans, or will we find a way to balance our right to express ourselves with the need to maintain order? The answer to this question is far from clear. But one thing is certain. The debate surrounding Palestine Action and the ban is far from over. And this is the part most people miss. The fact that this incident is not just about Palestine Action, but about the fundamental rights that we all hold dear. So we ask you, where do you stand on this issue? Do you think the ban on Palestine Action is justified, or do you believe it's an attack on our freedom of speech? Let us know in the comments.